What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Rank Everything, the show where we rank everything. I'm your host, Ryan, and today, recommended by Poxywo, we're going to be ranking which rappers would have the least and most developed towns in Clash of Clans. So here I've got a list of, it says it's 20 of them. It says it's like the top 20 most famous rappers ever, which is, looking at it, and mostly true. Or not most famous, greatest rappers. That's what it is. And so, yeah, we're going to be ranking them based on who would have the least and most developed towns in Clash of Clans. Our tiers for today are, at the bottom, we've got never played past the tutorial. These are people who never got past the tutorial. They got bored or something and closed the game and never got back to it. Then we go lost first battle and became disinterested. They lost their first battle. Somehow they lost their first battle. I'm not even sure if the game will let you lose the first battle, but I'm sure somebody's figured it out. Has most buildings, but all are low level. This is the one that I would have fell in, because I played Clash of Clans for a short time. Then from there we have has a fully developed city. And then finally at the top we have regularly competes in tournaments, because apparently the Clash of Clans competitive scene is very strong going or something. Just what I hear, I guess. First up we've got Tupac. So Tupac, it's with any of these rappers, you could make the case that any of them is maybe the greatest ever, except for fucking Gucci Mane and Soulja Boy. I'm pretty sure this is Soulja Boy. I don't actually know. But Tupac was, let's see. Tupac was like that. He was, because he died so young. He was only 25, I think, when he died. Him and Biggie were only 24 and 25, respectively, when they were murdered. And so, I feel like I don't know. I feel like Tupac probably would have been in that most buildings are low level thing, because I feel like Tupac was one of those guys who was. I feel like Tupac was one of those guys who's always kind of working. He's always sort of writing stuff, coming up with stuff, so he wouldn't have a lot of time to play Clash of Clans. And so he would just, sort of have a low level town. He'd play when he had free time, stuff like that. 50 Cent. I feel like 50 Cent, because after his first album or first two albums, he kind of disappeared for a while. I only heard about him releasing new stuff in the last few years. And, of course, none of that was mainstream exactly, because he's not, in the limelight like he used to be. 50 Cent, I'd say he's probably got a fully developed city. He's got a lot of time on his hands with all the freaking, that's the thing. That's the best thing that can happen to you as a music artist, is have one amazing album or one huge hit song that makes you just so rich, and then you drop off the face of the earth. So now you can just go be a regular person again, and you just never have to worry about money ever again. Nothing like that. So, Andre 3000. Andre 3000 is a weird guy. He just really, he's talking about, he's not really, into making hip-hop anymore. He released, I think it was, he released some kind of instrumental flute album recently, in the last year or two. I thought I remember seeing something about that. Legendary for his role in Outkast, some of the best. He's without a doubt. He's probably top three. Actually, it's really hard to say among all these people, but he's one of the greatest lyricists ever, and it's not even close. So for Andre 3000, he's such a weird guy. Ultimately, I feel like he probably goes all the way up at the top, where he regularly competes in them tournaments. He's always doing stuff like that. Notorious B.I.G. He was very much the party lifestyle, I think. He's very, and him and Tupac were extremely similar to each other as people or something like that. And it's one of those things where when you go from having no money at all to all of a sudden having so much money that you don't know what to do with yourself, you're probably going to spend a lot of it and live this insanely lavish lifestyle until you get bored and tired of it. And that's certainly what they did. I'm going to say that he lost his first battle and became disinterested. I think that this is DMX. DMX. Is that DMX? If that's not DMX, then I don't know who that is. But this guy, or DMX, if we're assuming he's DMX. Yeah, he just seems like he would never get past the tutorial. Sorry. Drake absolutely seems like he would have a fully developed city. Definitely. Eminem. So Eminem is like literally like being a rapper is his job. Like he works from 9 to 5. You know, lunchtime. Oh, everybody stop what you're doing. It's time to go eat. Or 5 o'clock. All right, let's go home and pick it back up tomorrow. Like he's that kind of person when it comes to making music, which I think is so funny. And so I feel like he's the kind of guy who would. He probably just like sort of like a regular person. He'd have most of his buildings, but most of them would be low level because he's not devoting tons and tons of time to it. Okay, this has got to be Gucci Mane. If this isn't Gucci Mane, then I don't know. I don't know who the fuck this is. If this is not Gucci Mane, but Gucci Mane, fucking, he never got past the tutorial. I do. I will admit that I don't like Gucci Mane's music very much. And I think that, isn't he like, either he's in prison or he just got out of prison recently, like in the last few years. I don't remember anymore. Ice Cube. Ice Cube's definitely one of those guys who it's like his kids would have came up and been like, Dad, look at this new game. And he'd start playing it and he'd get sort of into it a little bit. But then eventually he'd be like, man, I'm sick of all this wait time shit. Because that's one of the things that sucks about Clash of Clans is that anytime you want to upgrade a building, you got to wait in real time for that shit to upgrade. Which fucking stupid, by the way, but whatever. And so Ice Cube, I mean, like, he's making music now, and I've heard some of his recent songs are pretty good. And so he got, like, back in 2016, whenever Trump first took office, he made a song called "Arrest the President" that landed him in a bunch of controversy, which is, whatever. And so, I'm gonna say that Ice Cube, yeah, I say he's normal guy. This is the normal guy tier. Has most buildings, but all are low level. Jay-Z. So Jay-Z, again, total wordsmith. Genius level IQ. And the funny thing about JC is one of my favorite things about rappers, not necessarily their music, but the people themselves who are rapping, is how they go about like making their songs. So like Eminem, he's got like, if you've ever seen an interview with him, he talks about he's got binders and just cabinets full of these things. They're just words and words and words. Like Eminem has like a comprehensive level education of the English language just from teaching himself and being a rapper. Like Eminem could absolutely be like an English teacher, and he's one of those guys who he writes everything down. He goes in the studio, he listens to the beat, and he just comes up with it. Because he got it written down. He's got all these, that kind of thing. And then like someone like Jay-Z, what I was told is that Jay-Z doesn't write anything down. He doesn't write down lyrics. He doesn't think about it beforehand. He said that his producer will make the beat, and then he'll go and sit in the studio and he'll listen to the beat for like 20, 30 minutes, and then he'll just go into the booth and he'll just rap, and that'll be the song. He doesn't write it down. He doesn't think about it beforehand or afterhand or anything like that. I mean, I don't know. I assume someone has to write it down at some point, but because obviously for live shows and and other stuff, transcribing and other things like that. And so I think that stuff's really cool. But on top, so that brings us back to the whole point of Jay-Z is very much like a thinker. Like he thinks really hard about it. He's coming up with stuff. There's always got the gears turning. I bet he's got a fully developed city. That's what I'm thinking. Kanye. So depending on which Kanye we're talking about, old Kanye, before his mother died, or Kanye that we have now, who's, after his mother died. Old Kanye probably would have been in the regular guy thing, but I feel like new Kanye's probably up here competing in tournaments all the time. Lauryn Hill, without a doubt, she's the greatest female rapper ever. Without a doubt, no question in my mind. And I said, Education of Lauryn Hill, it's probably the greatest rap album ever made. Because it won like a fucking 11 Grammys or something. Some crazy number like that. Which was like tied for the most or is the most or something like that. She's absolutely the thing about Lauryn Hill is that even though she's just such this huge legend, I feel like she's probably just a regular ass person. Like I feel like she just belongs in the middle tier. Lil Wayne. So as far as I know, Lil Wayne doesn't really make music anymore. I haven't heard anything from him in a long time, unless it was like maybe a feature or something. But because I know that now he's on like Undisputed as a guest or like a semi-permanent person on like Undisputed for sports, and he's like a big Lakers fan or something like that. And so these days he's like sort of like a regular person. He's like a regular person. But I mean, I feel like he probably like lost the first battle and became disinterested or something like that. LL Cool J. So I know LL Cool J because he's got a very prolific acting career now. Like I used to watch like NCIS a lot with my mom, and he was on NCIS Los Angeles specifically. And but as I said, I've heard some of his music, and I know how huge he was back in like the 80s and 90s. And he's just one of those guys. I mean, like, you know, I feel like he's a regular dude. He's a chill guy. Put him in the middle. Nas. So Nas, and it said Nas and Jay-Z had a really high profile feud for a while. I guess I don't know when it ended exactly, but you know, whoever won is whoever you like more, I guess. So I've always been more of a Nas fan than a Jay-Z fan. And what I would say is, I mean, he's entered like his old man phase, where like one of his more recent songs, which is from quite a few years ago now, like 5 or 6 years ago, was just him talking about like just like a simple life, like a simple peaceful life, about like buying a house and starting a family. I thought it was a really nice song. It's not anything like realistically what he made when he was a lot younger, but I guess maybe that's the point, is to continuously be evolving. I'm going to say that Nas probably goes into the same tier as Jay-Z. That's what I would guess. Nicki Minaj. Again, a lot of these people, I said most of these people are like retired, semi-retired, or, you know, dead in the case of Tupac and Biggie. Or people who are like haven't made music in a long time, but you hear stuff now and again. Because like I said, like after NWA broke up, Ice Cube didn't make a lot of stuff. Then he became an actor for a short time, legendary in the Are We There Yet films, and of course back in around 2016 he made a new album that had a bunch of good stuff on it. I was told and heard. Nicki Minaj is sort of that same way, where like Nicki Minaj, she's like a mother now, and so since she's become a mother, she hasn't really been making music much from what I'm aware of. And so I feel like she's probably got a fully developed city because she's playing Clash of Clans with her daughter or something, or whatever boy or girl, whatever she has. And so I bet she goes in the fully developed city tier. Rakim. So Rakim, one of those guys who he's another just like legendary wordsmith. One of the most incredible flows ever. I think that Rakim probably falls into the category of, I'm going to put him in the middle again. I think Rakim was one of those guys who just became his regular ass dude outside of that kind of thing. So, okay, this guy, I don't know who this is. I'm trying to think about this guy. His face looks familiar, but I just can't. I'm just drawing a blank on this guy, which is why he's just gonna have to go at the bottom as like a Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg is the most normal person out of everybody. Like he's like now that he's not really making music much anymore, he's like become a very famous like Twitch streamer. And, you know, he's in commercials all the time. He's got a cooking show with Martha Stewart, and they're best friends or something like that. He's just a regular ass dude who does or gets to do things that, you know, like, just goes in the middle. He's probably has most of the villains, but all of them are low level. And then this has got to be Soulja Boy, and Soulja Boy fucking sucks. He's going right there. Okay, this is it. This is our official ranking for which rappers would have the least and most developed towns in Clash of Clans. If you all enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel to see more content like this in the future. It means everything to me when you ever subscribe to the channel and watch the videos all the way through. Very, very helpful. Leave a like on this video so the YouTube will recommend this video, my channel, more to you as well as others in the future. Also very helpful to me. If you enjoyed the videos that I make here on my channel, then I would ask that you please consider subscribing to the Patreon. It's $1 a month to get an extra video every Sunday, which is roughly an extra 4 videos a month for an extra exclusive video that is just better. Or it's not better, but it's the kind of content that I can't put on YouTube exactly. And so, yes, please consider subscribing to the Patreon. Like I said, $1 a month right now to get an extra video every Sunday. That is exclusive to the Patreon. And finally, if you leave a comment down below letting me know what ranking you want to see in the future. It can be anything. The channel is called Rank Everything. Once again, thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a good one.